So today we're going to, in this section, we're going to talk about the Shinobi Shozoku. Now, the Shinobi Shozoku is commonly referred to as the ninja garb, what they would have worn on a mission. I think it's important to note that the Shinobi Shozoku is a term that everyone uses in the ninjutsu community to denote the wear or the garb or what the ninja would have worn on a mission. In the 15th century, that's probably not the term that they would have used. And I say probably not, but that's just because the references that we read, you do not see that as a reference. What you see as a reference is they tell you what to wear on a mission, what to wear on night missions, how you should dress like this. But they also say things like, we talk about the 7 disguises of the ninja. So you would be like a merchant or a yamabushi or a kendo or a hokashi or, this kind of thing, right? So, obviously the ninja would wear what they need to wear to fit the mission that they're on. There really isn't a specific ninja outfit. You catch what I'm saying by that? They were a spy. When we talk about the Shinobi Shozoku, we're specifically talking about, generally speaking, you're talking about inen, not yonin. Because a yonin, like I said, would have been in disguise, whether it's a merchant or a farmer or some sort of a doctor or sake manufacturer, or you catch what I'm saying, a Yamabushi monk or something along those lines, right? They would have been in some sort of disguise walking through the crowd. They wouldn't have been dressed up like an inen or a dark ninjutsu. The movies, the manga, the anime, all that kind of stuff really promotes the Shinobi Shozoku in a light that I don't know that is actually wrong. And this is where I kind of take a different stance to the majority of people in the quote-unquote ninja community, specifically the online ninja community. Because they talk about two things as this can't be historically accurate. And those two things are the Shinobi Shozoku and the ninja toe. And the ninja toe is the ninja sword, right? People really get up in arms about that. We're going to address the ninja toe a little bit later today. I'm going to explain why. When you look at the Shinobi Shozoku, a Shinobi Shozoku generally is comprised of these pieces. You're going to have what I'm going to call like a hakama. You're going to have some sort of pants, right? I've got them folded. At the end of the pants so that you can keep your ankles, so when you're running through the weeds and the thickets, right? So you've got your pants, your hakama, you're going to have these things on each one of your on each one of the ankles, and those are called kyahan. And those are what's going to be on your ankles, making sure that you can keep your britches around your ankles so you don't get bugs and things coming up in there. And it keeps you more athletic than having a big hakama that's kind of flowing around, right? So it takes the hakama and just kind of bunches it up. Outside of that, you would have a jacket. And the jacket is called an uwagi. This is more of what we would call an iwagi, right? Just a jacket. That's all that is. It's just a jacket. It's something that's form-fitting, and most martial arts use this style when they practice martial arts, whether it's Koryu, Kenjutsu, Iaijutsu, etc., or whether you see Gendai Budo, Karate-do, Judo, Aikido, etc. It's some form of uwagi. But what you would see is an uwagi, some sort of a jacket, hakama, some sort of pants, kyahan, right around the ankles. Outside of that, obviously, they would have tabi, which are the tabi socks, and outside of the tabi, you would have little straw sandals on top of that. Then we have teko, which you guys know, the teko or the gauntlets that go over the hand like this, right? This is the point where everyone would say, this looks like a regular samurai outfit, because it is. They wore a jacket, they wore pants, they wear something wrapping around their shins, they wear footwear, they wear straw sandals. This, up to point, other than the fact that you guys are seeing that it's black or dark colors, this is not any different than anything else that anybody would have wore at the time. It's the same exact outfit. The only difference is its dark colors. What separates the Shinobi Shozoku from anything else is these two pieces. And these two pieces here, we have what's called the zuken, which is the hood that goes over the top of the head, and the fukumen, which is the wrap that goes around the face. That's it. If you took away the zuken and the fukumen, and you put them over here, this is normal wear for the time. This isn't any different than what anybody else would wear. This is what separates it, is that you're wearing a mask. You guys have all seen antique vintage photos of Japan, and they're wearing traditional clothing, traditional time period. Many of those pictures, they're wearing masks. You even see headdress and things that have nothing to do with the samurai culture, whether it's geisha or other avenues of social construct within Japanese society. They're wearing masks. Masks and headdress was a very common thing of the time. So for someone to say that a ninja wouldn't have worn common clothing for the time and a common thing around your head for the time, I think is very unintelligent. People, specifically thieves and spies and assassins, they've been wearing masks for centuries. Even like in the Middle East, you guys have probably heard of the assassin and things like that. They wear a mask. Look at the Chinese monks and the assassins over in China, which predate Japan. They wore masks to cover up their identity. I mean, it's really far-fetched for someone to believe that all the other countries of the time period or predating that time period did it, and Japan didn't. And I just think that sometimes people don't use common sense. And that's the thing. Now, let's look at the word Shinobi Shizoku. Do I think that a ninja, when they got on a mission, they're like, hey, I'm a ninja. I got to get my ninja outfit, and then I got to get my ninja sword, and I got to get my... No. The ninja would have been like, okay, I need to get my outfit, I need to prepare, I need to grab my sword, and I need to go on a mission. They did not call their sword a ninja sword. I don't call mine, that's Christa's sword. They just put the damn clothes on, grabbed what they needed, and left. What happens is, when the 1868 is the end of Koryu. So 1868 previous is Koryu Bujutsu. Anything after 1868 we call Gendai Budo. There's a lot of people like myself who run Koryu schools, and they're teaching traditions that they've trained in, whether it's our organization or other organizations that teach ninjutsu and Ninpo or jujutsu, taijutsu, whatever. And we're all teaching what we've learned. We're all sharing our knowledge with our students. But all of us that are doing that after 1868, we have to come up with terms that will help students better learn what happened at the time period. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying Shinobi Shizoku. In fact, I think that's a good thing. Shinobi Shizoku is an outfit, is the garb that a ninja would have worn on a mission. And as long as you explain it as, keep in mind, this is just kind of a general idea. It's not actually the outfit they would have worn. This is a possibility or an example of something they could have worn. That's all the Shinobi Shizoku is. That is about as ridiculous. Anyone saying that you can't use the term Shinobi Shizoku and not explain it correctly, historically accurate by using the word Shinobi Shizoku, that person has to be a massively insecure, unintelligent individual. That's like saying, nope, I read a book that the ninja has 6 tools. 6 tools of the ninja. That's it. The ninja had way more than 6 tools. Those 6 tools are examples of what you would have taken on a mission. To teach you that you got to take things for a reason. The Shinobi Shizoku is an example of what a ninja could have worn on an in mission. They would have worn dark colors. We know they wore dark colors. There are many documents that state that. They would have wore straw sandals over their socks. Everyone wore teko. Everyone wore a jacket. Everyone wore pants. Everyone had kyahan. And the mask, whether you want to call it a mask, a headdress, zukin, fukumen, whatever term you want to use, I think is irrelevant. They more than likely did something to cover their face, to cover their identity. Right? If you were Yonin, would you have wore a mask? No. What would you have done if you were Yonin, if you actually merged into a situation and you didn't want people, and you were in a spot you shouldn't have been, and you're kind of going Yonin, Inen kind of thing? You probably would have done something like this. Probably just would have covered your face up like this, or covered up underneath your kimono or your wagi or whatever you're wearing, to just cover your face up. Right? You would have done something like that. But if you already know your ass is going to be in the attic for 3 weeks, or you would have prepared for the mission. Right? There are countless, and I mean countless examples through historical woodblock prints and other means that the ninja wore a fucking mask. But you still have people today argue whether or not the ninja wore a mask. So the Shinobi Shizoku did exist. It just did not exist in the way that people, it did not exist in the way that the media, the anime, and the movies make it sound. They make it sound like every ninja wore this. The Shinobi Shizoku is not what every ninja wore. The Shinobi Shizoku is an example of a modified outfit, modified clothing of the time to fit a mission where you weren't supposed to be seen. But just like the 6 tools of the ninja, or the 7 disguises of the ninja, or whatever else we read in different historical texts, all those things are examples to teach you to do something for the mission. The Shizoku is no different. This is something that we use in the modern day to teach people historical ninjutsu and how they would prepare themselves for specific missions. The Shizoku would have definitely been used in the realm of Inen, not Yonin.